So this video should be everything that you really need to know about the gist of SEO. It's not going to be a really detailed video. I'm not going to talk too technical in this. I'm just going to talk to you as a business owner who's looking at understanding SEO more. I'm not going to go through all the technical jargon or anything like that. I mean, that's here in front of you, but I'm going to talk really high level about this and just talk about what you need to know if you want to rank your website on Google. So let's get started. Right into it. What I always say is you're going to be able to rank these days as good as your actual business is. So if you're out there doing a lot of work for clients, get your case studies on your website. Each case study is potentially going to help your rankings. It's going to be nice, fresh content. It's going to be content that people can come back and have a look at. It's going to help you to reach a wider audience, especially if you're quite diverse in terms of the types of clients who you work with. So it's almost like you'll do some work for a client, you'll get some measurable results, you'll get a case study together, a video, maybe you interviewing that client over Zoom or whatever, get that stuck on your website, and then you've got your social proof, and have at least 3 video testimonials these days. I think that's the minimum standard. So let's say in your business, if you get a lot of your business by cold calling, somebody's going to want to see your website, they're going to want to read some reviews, they're going to probably look around social media and look for some videos, maybe some team shots, and just understand what makes your business tick as well before they give you any money. That's pretty much a given these days in terms of having a social media presence. And even though it's not going to directly, in terms of the backlinks, which is probably going to be no follow, affect your SEO, it's still going to affect the buying decision and the kind of touch points as well, which does all add to the marketing, the fact that and you're getting leads or sales. So in terms of an analogy, I mean, I always say that if you're painting, decorating some rooms in your home, and you go on DIY.com and start to look at paint, start to look at which kind of colours go with the decor and all that kind of thing, and you've done that on DIY.com, B&Q, and then you're becoming an educated buyer and you're starting to trust that brand, that website, because they're helping you, through that buying decision. When you've then made a decision of which paint you're going to buy and how much and all that kind of thing, you're not then going to go to Wix and buy it from them. You're gonna get it from the place that helps you, because they've built that know, like, and trust. And it's going to be the same with your prospects, the same with your website. You're going to educate them at the top of the funnel, as we call it, TOF, and you're going to answer questions like I'm doing now. What is SEO? How much does SEO cost? How long does SEO take? And things like that. And because you're becoming a one-stop shop, like the Wikipedia of your industry, and educating them, then when it comes time to buy, that's when somebody is going to buy from you rather than a competitor a lot of the time. Because if the competitor's got no FAQs and learning center, and if they're they've not put the time and effort into answering the questions that are in their head, and they're probably answering them over the phone anyway, taking more calls because the website doesn't have the information, or even not having the calls at all because somebody's clicked away because they didn't have the answer and they thought they're not going to phone somebody. They'd rather just get off the internet now. Maybe it's midnight and they're not going to be able to make the phone call anyway, and they're just surfing. If they find your website, you've got a better chance of converting them because you're answering the question. Your competitors don't. But if you don't have the content on there, they're probably going to click away, go to the next one in the search engine, and then go to a competitor. So that's one of the aspects, and that's the content. One of the other aspects are the links that are coming in, which evokes a confidence to Google that you're an authority site, and that you're actually going to satisfy the search. So if Google sends you that searcher who search for that particular keyword or key phrase, they're gonna want to send that traffic to and give them have a satisfied searcher, basically. So they want to send it to a credible source. And you prove credibility. One of the ways you prove credibility is by having links in from other authority and relevant websites. So it's really important that everybody you know in the real world, your network, you reach out to them and you say, look, I wanted to build, my web presence up. I wanted to do my SEO. I've written this content, which I think it will really complement your audience. Do you mind just giving us a link in your bit of content, and we're the definitive answer to that? So you see how that works. If you can write some really great content, some evergreen content, and keep going in and updating it every year, so it's relevant. You might be an accountant and you might just want to give somebody the ultimate guide to VAT and when to register for VAT. And if it's better to register for VAT before you even reach the threshold for the gravitas that brings in, and you want to debate that a little bit, maybe it's a bit nuanced, maybe it's not just clear cut, maybe it's a bit black and white, maybe it's a bit something that is open to interpretation or a bit ambiguous, and you want to debate that a bit, you've got an opinion on it. I've got a client who does IPL and laser. She's got some opinions on IPL versus laser, and so we did a video with her, and that's part of the FAQ on her website, which is up and coming. Just editing that together, and it's things like that where you've got something to say. You're a bit of a thought leader, and gain it on the website, gain it on your web presence as well, which can really help you to stand out. So that's real SEO to me. All the other stuff, it's important, but that's one of the ways that I like to explain SEO to clients. So I just thought I'd share that. Yeah, all this stuff is important. Yeah, you've got to have your technical SEO right. But I see a lot of kind of people who offer SEO, and they're kind of happy to they sometimes make an assumption that the pages that are there are the pages that are going to be there in 6 months, and these are the pages to optimize, for example. So I see that quite a lot, when really you want to take a step back and consider it a blank canvas, and you want to really content audit it and say, is that content relevant? Maybe chuck it out. Do we need that? Can that content be improved? Yeah, you want to look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, and that's the way that I do it, and that's been a very successful approach. But I do see people dive in and say, oh yeah, let's optimize that page. Might not even be the right page. Might not even be the priority page. Maybe that should be done after this page, which has got more search volume. They've already got some rankings. Maybe the ranking position 20, you can get them to top 10 with X amount of effort. Look at the competition. How do you actually do SEO? How do you actually find the strength of the competition? I would say type in a keyword into Google, look at the top 10, look at the next 10, the 20, and then have a look at what they're doing, draw up a bit of a SWOT analysis, start from there, but make sure that you've done your keyword research, which is basically the foundation that everything else is built upon. But yeah, that is me explaining SEO in not even 10 minutes, so under 9 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and I hope you got value from this video.